Good morning, Pool Player Nation. Welcome back to Las Vegas for continuing coverage of the 2025 U.S. Amateur Championship presented by APA, and our coverage brought to you by our good friends at PoolDog.com. I'm your host, Jason Bowman. I'm joined by Double J, Jeremy Jones. Jeremy, it's Championship Sunday here in Las Vegas, and one of the two players we're about to see in this next match will punch their ticket to the final with a win here this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you're in that spot to where if you win one out of two matches, you're back into that final, and it's one race to 11 to try and get that cheddar.
Yeah. So let's take a quick look at the format for the U.S. Amateur Championship Open Division. The Open Division is a double elimination tournament up until the championship final. This match is a race to 7, 5 games of 8-ball up to 8 games of 9-ball, and the winner of the lag can opt to choose the format or they can take the break. Our match here this morning is going to feature Dean Macnaughton of Barrie, Ontario. He's going to be going against Roger Hebert of Spring Hill, Florida. The players are ready to get things started. Let's take you down into the pit for the start of this hot seat match. We've got Roger on the right, Dean on the left. Both undefeated thus far. Both will continue on in the tournament regardless of the outcome here. One will have to win an extra match, and one will have a nice little break, maybe grab something to eat.
Yeah, two really good lags. And, you know, you talked about it all week about new faces. And I'll be honest, I don't know these two guys, but I certainly know they can play if they're in the hot seat match at this event. So many former champions have fallen. There's one former champion, the reigning champion, actually.
James Blackburn, still in the field. He's playing this morning against Lance Ireland.
Yeah.
That is on the one-loss side, so one of them will exit in 4th place this morning, and one will get a chance at the loser of this match.
That's right, and, you know, reigning champion making a deep run, that's awfully impressive, hard to do. But also Lance Ireland lost a hill match against Sam Gilmer to start this event and has really grinded through ever since. To start with the 8-ball, that's fairly common. We've seen a little more 9-ball this week than normal to start matches, but
again, this is Dean Macnaughton with the break.
Yeah, another lefty. Wow, how square of a hit was that? Really good. I think he made a stripe.
Yeah, high ball.
Cue ball got knocked back, so he's going to be in a very, very much a dilemma to start. Don't know if he really has a shot at all. He's got to look at the 9, but does it really do much? And both the stripes and solids are very open, so... And for the most part, you got to believe a safety, or at least an effective safety, not really on offer here with the 3-ball over the corner. Too many things for his opponent to get at. Boy, you'd like to just rearrange something to make, you know, the layout difficult for Roger coming in, but he's looking pretty smart here. I think he's looking to come off the 9 and maybe come all the way down table behind the 15. Yeah, I think that's what he's doing, trying to come off the right, go between the 12-10 off one cushion and fall behind the 15 with the cue ball. He's going to give up a rail first on the 3, and he always knew it was going to be difficult, especially the jump cue on offer this week. So now our first look at Roger.
Roger Hebert II out of Spring Hill, Florida.
Yeah, I would guess Spring Hill, smallish town.
Yeah, I don't think too far from Tampa.
Yeah, on the West Coast, there of Florida, right there on the Gulf. I would guess he plays at Capone's. It's a pretty kind of legendary pool room there in Spring Hill. All right, he's going for the jump instead of the rail first. Must be maybe because of future shots, the position off the 3. And he made the jump look awfully easy. Yeah, a little shake of the head, so that means he probably fell pretty straight on the 7. He's got options, though. The 5's pretty easy ball on the side. Now, can he shoot the 7 and go into the 9 with the cue ball? That would be pretty ideal. You got the 2 set up then. Must be too straight to get into that 9 ball, so he's going to take on the 5, I suspect. Tell you one thing we've always discussed is side pockets on a diamond table, and they are awfully difficult. Don't know if he can get at the 14, so he's got a medium difficult shot, especially one that, to start a match on the 13 ball. Don't really feel there's much other choice. He's hitting this with a high ball. Is he going to catch the 15? That could be problems. He got by that 15. Now he's blocked the 10, but that shouldn't be a problem. It does go up in the corner by the 5. It's tight, but it does play. And where he's at on the 15, I think I'd like to draw up the table and get that 9 out of the way and come back down.
Dean played here at the U.S. Amateur Championship last year, finished tied for 9th. Not a bad showing.
That's going to have to slow down. That's way heavy. Maybe the adrenaline going early for Dean, and has to be expected.
It is just after 9 a.m. here in Las Vegas. A little bit of an early morning for the pool player. We've got the hot seat match today. We'll have the second semifinal sometime around 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. And then our championship is scheduled to begin around 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern.
I think he's going to play off the 14. Is he going to go for the cut? Could play off and just come to this, lower right corner. It's the top right corner on your screen right now. Looks like he's trying to go behind the 8. If he gets over this lower right corner, he does give up a shot, but it's one he's got to earn. Great shot. Great recovery. He's not going to get a ton on the 9, but he does have a thin cut shot. Now position is going to get pretty sticky. I would really look at, I don't know if shooting the 12, trying to follow it in behind the 5 does much for you. Still got to get on a tough 10 ball. So I think it's still going to be the 9. Well, maybe he feels like he can squeeze the 12 on by. If he can get that on by, he can go forward. Try and go into the 4 with the cue ball. caught the 10. That's going to hurt. Great shot, though, but now he's in a world of hurt. All right, trying to play a safety up behind the 7, maybe. Oh, looks like he's scratched. He's in a bad position anyways. I know the cue ball in hand feels a lot more costly, but I think Roger was a big favorite from this position anyways, even without the ball in hand. And, of course, kind of want to take the 1 next, but you don't force it. Good thing about 8 balls, you got choices a lot of times. So now maybe the 5's not an easy shot like I thought it was. Like overhead tells me it's a little on the far point, so maybe he has to shoot the 1. Got to work the cue ball a little bit, though. This angle on the 1's kind of going away from everything, that being the 6, 5, and 4. Yeah, nice shot. Now it should be the 4, I would think anyways. Some kind of combination of the 5, 6 last. Could shoot the 5, 6, 4. Lots of different options here with these 3. He's overdrawn this a good piece. Now he's going to be stretched and a little elevated using the bridge. So kind of from nowhere, this got a little hairy. Yeah, nice recovery there by Roger, and now set up as good as you really can for this first game and to get an early lead.
Again, they're going to play 5 racks of 8-ball before they move into the 9-ball set. One of the advantages of starting with the 8-ball format is that you guarantee you get into the 9-ball. Sometimes you start with 9-ball, you don't make it that far. Roger looks to go up 1-0 here with this 8-ball. And he takes an early 1-0 advantage over Dean Macnaughton. Roger will have the break when we return in just a moment.
PoolDog.com is the best place to buy billiard supplies. We have a massive selection of pool cues and billiard accessories featuring all of the top brands and styles that will help you take your game to the next level. Our top-rated customer service, same-day shipping, and 60-day satisfaction guarantee that even covers chalk cues means you can buy with confidence. Shop now and see for yourself why PoolDog.com is the pool player's best friend.
Ready to enjoy pool at a whole new level? At PoolDog.com, we know that playing your best is simply more fun. That's why we offer a huge selection of pool cues from all the top brands backed by our 60-day satisfaction guarantee, including chalked cues. Build your ideal cue with custom options like shaft upgrades, precision tips, and more. You'll feel the difference immediately with a stick that's truly an extension of you. Get the performance you need, risk-free. Find your perfect cue at PoolDog.com.
And welcome back to continuing coverage of the U.S. Amateur Championship here in Las Vegas. Roger Hebert out to an early 1-0 lead for Dean Macnaughton. Nothing on the break for Roger. Brings Dean back to the table.
Yeah, and 2 different breaks for both players. One breaking head on in the first game, that being Dean. Now the second ball break from Roger. These are sitting nice both ways, solids and stripes. I mean, you kind of like the solids a little bit better. The 9's a little pinned. Besides the 9, I think the stripes are a little less work, but tell you, if you could shoot the 6 and get this 1 away, the solids are pretty easy after that. He's going to look at the stripes. Nothing wrong with that either. You want to get to that 9 fairly early, though, because it is a little covered up by the 5 and 4. This 14 ball could get you there. To that 9. He's falling a little straight. Probably wanted a hair of an angle. That way he could get a little closer to the 9 ball.
If you're just joining us, this is the hot seat match. One of these 2 players will advance to the championship. The other will move to the 1-loss side and face the winner of the match currently going on between James Blackburn and Lance Ireland. We'll see if we can get a score update on that.
Yeah, it was a little shake of the head there, and even though he's got a shot, again, the 9's getting weighted on, and we'll see how that ends up later in the rack.
Still scoreless in the Ireland-Blackburn match. Again, that is on the one-loss side, so one of those players will exit this morning in 4th place.
Yeah, you call that match the quarterfinal. Got pretty good here to where he can shoot the 11, fall on the 13 to slide over for the 9 and finish with the 15. I wouldn't try to drop on the 15 now myself and then wait. I would go ahead and get on the 13 next and then get over for that 9 ball. Looks like he's going to the 15, and this is doable as well, but oh no, he's going to hold for the 13. That's the shot I like. Now he's got to get good speed control coming across for the 9, but now I'd simplify this and just slide over to the side rail, kind of use your talent and your skills to control the speed. See a very right-eye dominant left-handed player. Great stroke there. Took on more of a shot, drawing the cue ball into position, and I'll tell you, that's a confident stroke, confident shot, and really a confident decision. Now, you've done all the hard work. This is not easy, so
Macnaughton trying to become the first Canadian to ever win a U.S. Amateur Championship title.
Well, that's a little surprising just because a lot of great pool players from Canada, especially, on that amateur side. There's so many great players. A lot of great pro players as well, but definitely kind of one of their national pastimes.
Macnaughton ties this match at 1 rack apiece. He'll have the break when we return in just a moment.
PoolDog.com is the best place to buy billiard supplies. We have a massive selection of pool cues and billiard accessories featuring all of the top brands and styles. Shop now and see for yourself why PoolDog.com is the pool player's best friend.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, continuing coverage of this year's U.S. Amateur Championship, presented by our good friends at PoolDog.com. Dean Macnaughton at the table.
Yeah, broke the balls really well in the opening rack, but sometimes the balls can be cruel. It made I believe it was a stripe on the break, but really didn't have a shot. Yeah, I was talking about it earlier with the template. You know, if you can break the balls pretty well, I think it's hard not to break the head-on ball. Just you get great spreads. I think odds on making a ball are very good. He's made a stripe again, but he does have a shot this time, so these are a bit more open. He's stretched on the 15. I wonder if he can just take the 14 away right now on the side. He's got the 13 as well. So you might see him play 13 to 12, come down for the 9 and 11, then back up for the 14, 15 to finish. Yeah, I'd like to get on the 11 to start here myself more than the 9. They're both okay. But the 11 gives you a little less cue ball movement. Nice shot there, making sure he didn't get an angle on the 9. That could start to pose some problems. Now here you draw a little closer to the 14. Like to get a little angle. Don't want to necessarily shoot the 15 from where the 14 sits. The 7 could really pose a problem getting on the 8. I think that's what we're going to see, though, so he's just got to pay attention a bit. Yeah, that's what he's sizing up now. And that's why I probably would have tried to draw a little closer. That way maybe I could get an angle to get a little cleaner on the 15. Because, again, the 7 could pose a problem getting on the 8. That's why you see a little shake of the head from Mr. Macnaughton. How can he avoid the bump on the 7? Kind of wonder, can he draw by the 7 2 cushions, like where he just looked near the 4? Now, the way he's playing it, if he does draw by the 7, if he catches a bit of the 7, he could scratch in the upper corner. It's a little scary. Looks like he's cueing a high ball. So, again, I don't know. I don't think position on the 8's guaranteed. Yeah, 8 doesn't pass the 2. It's going to be awfully thin in the side with the cue ball. That's going to be moving. That's the way early in the rack, I may have peeled the 15 off and then kind of the same run using the 14 last. But, again, it's pretty easy from the booth, Jason.
Always is.
I haven't missed too many. Dogged a few from the booth, that's for sure. But all right, is the cue ball going anywhere near a pocket? Does he have to address that? The 8's tough enough. It's kind of jacked up, so that tells me there is possibility of a scratch off the 8. Great shot.
Beautiful. Dean Macnaughton looked a little frustrated for a moment there, but gets the job done, pockets the 8, and he takes a 2-1 advantage in this race to 7. He will have the break once again when we return in just a moment. Welcome back to continuing coverage of the U.S. Amateur Championship from Las Vegas. Dean Macnaughton out of Barrie, Ontario, Canada, leads 2-1 in this race to 7. This is the hot seat match. Winner of this match will advance to the championship final this afternoon.
Yeah, and this head-on break, he's hit very squarely both times. And yeah, there's a leak in the table, Jason. Yeah. Look at this. He's made
3 high balls. Wow.
4 high balls.
Did he? You're right. Ooh,
4.
Buddy.
Wow. And he's got a great shot. Nothing tied up. Look at the spread here. Have you ever seen this good a spread? It's like no clusters at all.
See if Macnaughton can make quick work of this rack.
Shouldn't be a problem. He can shoot them really in any order. That's how good this is. Of course, it'll be the 12 or 15 to start, or it should be. He's got plenty of angle, I think, on the 12 to kind of stun draw out. Make sure you stay away from the 8. You don't want to get jacked up. Now he's just got to work the cue ball, I think, maybe a couple rails. I don't know if he can draw it or not.
Big shout out to our sponsors, PoolDog.com. Appreciate all their support, not just with our U.S. Amateur coverage, but really all of our tournament coverage throughout the year.
Yeah, if he's trying to go one rail kind of across the spot here, just a high ball, maybe a hair of inside, this could get away on the slick table. Yeah, that's what I mean. Sometimes the ball doesn't want to travel off that rail as easy as possible. And I thought he should maybe stun 2 rails around. He's close to it. Can he get that edge on the cue ball and cut this in? You know, a lot of times when you're close to the ball like this and you have to hit one super thin, you'll play this with a hair of right spin, a hair of inside. If you try to play it with outside when the ball's so close, I don't know how to explain it, but everything doesn't develop so easily. You can see him from the overhead cueing a hair of right English. I like that. Watch out for the 8. Could get some action there.
Nice cut, but a little trouble on the 8 ball. Looked like it might be a quick rack, maybe not so much.
Yeah, I thought it might be the quickest rack of 8 ball ever, really, to be honest with you. He made 4 stripes. Well, I mean, he could have run them pretty quick. Love to have the bank here. I don't know if he does or not. It appears the 7 has him cut off the bank, or enough of the 8 to bank the ball, so he's going to try and take on a super thin cut. Now, the good thing about the cut is if he can hang this, at least that could pose some serious problems. Wow, what a shot. Shot of the day so far.
Nicely done. We'll add that one to the highlight reel as Dean Macnaughton now with a 3-1 lead. We'll have one more rack and 8 ball before we transition to the 9 ball set. And Dean will have the break when we return in just a moment.
Hey, listen, I know that you don't play pool, but my league team is looking for someone tonight who's never played, so you're coming with.
Hey. Welcome. Hey, how you doing?
I can't believe it. You did it. We're going to Vegas.
Welcome back to continuing coverage of the U.S. Amateur Championship in Las Vegas. This morning we've got the hot seat match in the Open Division. Dean Macnaughton out of Ontario at the table, leading 3-1 in this race to 7. Looking to become the first Canadian to ever win the U.S. Amateur Championship.
Yeah, and a lot of these players break second ball, feeling like if you don't make one, you have a little more protection. But what we've seen from Dean's break, why would he break anything else from where he's at now? Man, he hits him square. Very repeatable with the break shot.
Yeah, not quite as fruitful there, but still pockets one of each on the break.
And
did he get one of each?
No,
2 high balls.
Yeah, 2 high balls again. Playing good. Don't be too worried about it. You got 11 down the rail. I think that's the shot he'll end up shooting. He's got a long distance 13. The 15 is not really on offer. Being elevated. I think here you just got to bear down and make a nice 11 ball down the rail. It easily goes by the 4. And then from there, it's a very, I wouldn't say totally routine out, but pretty playable. Yeah, I mean, the 13 looks like an easier shot, but I really don't think it is. Yeah, the 11, you just kind of high ball, come to the center of the table, and now you have those remaining 4 stripes on the bottom end, along with the 8 ball. Yeah, it looks like he's going to play the 13 instead. Maybe the 4 ball's bothering him, but, you know, if there's a path, it doesn't really matter if the ball makes it a little tight. The 11's the shot. If I had his break, Jason, I might go back to playing, I'll tell you.
Maybe get a lesson next time you're up there in Ontario.
Yeah. One of the prettiest shots in pool, down the rail past the side. Really nice. Now he's in a great position. Just draw back off the 15, get on the 13. Then you got the 14 next. Just roll forward for the 9. So tell you, with this break shot he's got, Roger may be a little fortunate to get that first game, you know, when Dean didn't have a shot after the break. That's taking nothing away from Roger at all, just kind of what we're seeing. Just a little pinch of the cue ball here. Nice, perfect. Just draw back a little for the 14. He'll get a little gap between the 1 and 8 to shoot the 9. Could go the rail. Looks like that's what he's going to do. Kind of let up on that a little bit. Not going to be happy with that stroke. Still going to find that gap, but he could be cueing much more near the 5 when he shoots the 9. Still should be able to handle this, but just going to be a bit more touchy, maybe awkward. Interested to see what his 9-ball break looks like, Jason. Now, if he's going into the proper side of the 5, he can be a little more aggressive with this 14. Otherwise, he may have to ease it in. And he got a nice little bump off the rail, too, which is going to make everything more comfortable.
He's done a good job of cleaning up, you know, when he makes a little mistake. He's good at fixing it. He's a fixer. Let's see if he can finish off this rack, take a 4-1 lead into the 9-ball set.
And how you like Roger has done nothing wrong besides a dry break in game number 2.
It's tough.
And now he's going to be facing a 4-1 deficit. Just how good they are here at USAMs.
Macnaughton refuses to surrender the table, takes a 4-1 lead, and he'll have the first break in the 9-ball set when we return in just a moment.
He did it. He did it. Holy smokes, what a shot. 2 defeats the 9. David has beaten Goliath.
Ever wonder how good players can glide around the table pocketing balls? It's not luck or magic, it's cue ball control. Understanding the natural path of the cue ball is the first step to control. Then you'll learn how applying different spin will alter that path to get in position for your next ball. Want to control the cue ball like an expert? Discover this full tutorial, plus bonus drills in our Pool Dog Academy training archive. Dive in and start playing better pool.
The Westgate Las Vegas Resort and Casino. Legendary. Vegas. Fun. Enjoy Westgate's classic gaming and entertainment. Savor fine dining. And experience the world's largest sportsbook, Westgate Superbook. It's all at the Westgate Las Vegas Resort and Casino.
Ever wonder how good players can glide around the table pocketing balls? It's not luck or magic, it's cue ball control. Understanding the natural path of the cue ball is the first step to control. Then you'll learn how applying different spin will alter that path to get in position for your next ball. Want to control the cue ball like an expert? Discover this full tutorial, plus bonus drills in our Pool Dog Academy training archive. Dive in and start playing better pool.
Ready to enjoy pool at a whole new level? At PoolDog.com, we know that playing your best is simply more fun. That's why we offer a huge selection of pool cues from all the top brands backed by our 60-day satisfaction guarantee, including chalked cues. Build your ideal cue with custom options like shaft upgrades, precision tips, and more. You'll feel the difference immediately with a stick that's truly an extension of you. Get the performance you need, risk-free. Find your perfect cue at PoolDog.com.
PoolDog.com is the best place to buy billiard supplies. We have a massive selection of pool cues and billiard accessories featuring all of the top brands and styles. Shop now and see for yourself why PoolDog.com is the pool player's best friend.
The Westgate Las Vegas Resort and Casino. Legendary. Vegas. Fun. Enjoy Westgate's classic gaming and entertainment. Savor fine dining. And experience the world's largest sportsbook, Westgate Superbook. It's all at the Westgate Las Vegas Resort and Casino.
PoolDog.com is the best place to buy billiard supplies. We have a massive selection of pool cues and billiard accessories featuring all of the top brands and styles that will help you take your game to the next level. Our top-rated customer service, same-day shipping, and 60-day satisfaction guarantee that even covers chalk cues means you can buy with confidence.
Welcome back to Las Vegas for continuing coverage of the U.S. Amateur Championship. Hot seat match of the Open Division here. Dean Macnaughton, with a couple of breaking runs, has opened up a 4-1 lead.
3 breaking runs.
3 in a row?
Yeah. 3 breaking runs and didn't have to pocket a lot of balls after the break either.
Yeah, Roger Hebert hasn't done much other than watch.
Yeah, he ran out after a mistake or not really even a mistake in the opening rack, just not a shot, and then a dry break in rack 2.
We'll see if Dean's break is as effective in the 9-ball set as it has been in the 8.
I kind of feel like it'll be a little more controlled in the 9-ball, but well, he's not backing off.
Yeah. Wow. 3 balls down, including the 1 and the 2.
Yeah, I don't know about much look at the 3. Little partially snookered, I think, by the 8. And, you know, the break shot's a huge part of the game. I mean, it's especially with the better players. I mean, it's just got a big impact. And he's definitely aware of that, Dean. He's definitely worked on that tool. All right. If you can't see this, he's looking to maybe like he can make it in the side so he can get at it. Boy, it looks tough. Looks like a very, very, shallow angle going into that side pocket. Don't really like it myself. Don't think he's a whole lot of a favorite. This looks very tough. Now, maybe he's not trying to make it. Maybe he's trying to bump the 3 before the side and put it down table. Oh, what a hit. Got his sleep last night. Tell you.
Been an impressive start for Dean.
Yeah, and again, it's not jacking up and drawing the ball over or whatever, but, it's not quite as good as that 8-ball he cut in rack number 3, I believe it was, but that little 3 in the side was very impressive. Now just come 1 rail back, maintain an angle on the 6 so he can get to the 7. Perfect again. Just ideal. I get a slight bounce here, which is nice. He's just got to draw the cue ball back. Just needs somewhere around that side pocket. And that makes all these shots easier when you recognize I don't have to come all the way back. Just need about 1.5 feet, 2 feet out of the cue ball. Yeah, very good. And for 4 breaking runs, right? Just a couple, what looks like easy shots or what should be easy shots for Dean. Kind of like coming down the side of the table he's standing on now. Could put a little inside and come down the other side of the table, but don't really think it's necessary. He did play with the inside. Nothing wrong with that if you're comfortable with it.
Well, Dean picks up in the 9-ball set right where he left off in 8-ball. Now leads 5-1. And he will hold the break when we return in just a moment.
Westgate Las Vegas Resort and Casino. Legendary. Vegas. Fun. Enjoy Westgate's classic gaming and entertainment. Savor fine dining. And experience the world's largest sportsbook, Westgate Superbook. It's all at the Westgate Las Vegas Resort and Casino.
And welcome back to Las Vegas, continuing coverage of the U.S. Amateur Championship presented by PoolDog.com. Dean Macnaughton putting on a clinic in breaking here.
Yeah, and after the break as well.
In the hot seat match. Yeah, clinic on breaking and running out.
Yeah. Clinic on leaving your opponent in the chair.
Roger Hebert, all he can do is watch over the last 4 racks.
Oh.
9-ball moving on that one, but he does pocket the 1 again. Looks like he can see the 2.
Yeah, and he's got a 2-3 combination that's not easy, but definitely playable. Don't think he'll pass on it, really. Now, he's going to get a collision, it looks like, once he shoots this combination. If he does, to where the 2 ball comes back into the cue ball. But the way this table's playing, as long as you don't baby this combo, it's pretty easy, or at least pretty easy from what I've seen from Dean. And the key to this, again, is put a little speed on it. Let the 3 ball slide up the rail. Makes the pocket a bit bigger. I would say this combo, to me, looks easier than that opening 3 ball he had in the first rack of 9 ball. The last rack, game number 6. Again, he's got to gamble with the cue ball a little bit. The 2's definitely going to come back into it. Top English isn't my favorite way to shoot this, but it's okay. Yeah, very good. He dodged that kiss as well. Now you're playing so good, Jason. I mean, he's playing awesome. Does he go for the bank here, or does he pull on the reins and put the cue ball behind the 9 and 5? Pretty easy safety.
Tough to do when everything's gone your way, but might be the smart play here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the discipline. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what people don't realize is everyone thinks it's so cut and clear. Oh, I should always play safe here. It's not like that in pool. Some days you feel really good. Sometimes you got to feel like you got to bury a big ball to turn the match around. Looks like he's going for the bank. Just going to hold there for the 4 in the lower corner. All right. Roger, you've done nothing wrong, but now's a chance.
All right, window of opportunity opens for Roger.
Seven sits nice for him here to where could open up the pocket a little bit just in case he doesn't hit the 2 exactly how he wants. Now the problem is he's a little thin from distance, and you don't usually want to roll this ball lightly. I don't know if he can maybe go into the 6 to hold position for the 4. Otherwise, the cue ball may get up table in a funny position. Boy, you hate to go down dead rolling this ball, though. Didn't give up a shot, but a pretty easy kick and stick. He's got to elevate the cue, coming off the bottom cushion, trying to draw the ball, sending the 2 a little up table and holding the cue ball behind the 7. That way he's okay. They're both doable. Really like the bottom rail, though. I think if he was a little more off the rail, there's no doubt he goes to the bottom cushion with the cue ball. Yeah, this shot's not that hard, really. Just don't overhit it too much. Oh, we got away with one there. Got way thin underneath. A little fortunate not to scratch. But again, didn't leave anything too easy if he did leave a shot at all. Now the back of Roger's shirt says Professor Hebert. Hebert. I almost said Hebert. I know a friend of mine that's got the same spelling. That's Hebert. But
Professor on the pool table, professor off the pool table. I don't have a bio on him, so I can't tell you.
I'm not sure.
As he surveys the table, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Diamond Tables. We've mentioned PoolDog.com, Action Cues, Aramith Balls, and Kamui Tips. Some of the best brands in the industry supporting this event. Nice jump shot there for Roger.
An incredible jump shot, really back against the wall. Really opened up the rack now. Not too many problems. Not really any problems. Just got to move the ball a little bit to get on this 5 ball.
Man, what a huge jump shot that is, given the circumstances. I mean, you've been sitting in your chair. You're down 5-1 in a race to 7. Haven't had many opportunities, and make the most of that one.
No, he's missed 1 ball in this match, and it was a long one just a moment ago on the 2 ball after Dean missed that cross-side bank. Just took his eye off of it a little bit.
Just as we brag on the 2 ball.
Commentator's curse.
Ouch.
Sorry about that. And now, probably the most difficult shot sits right in front of him now on this 4 ball and gets past that. Odds are to get on the hill quickly in this race to 7. You know, if he can ease this in comfortably or if he has to go to the top rail maybe. Yeah, very good. The lefty's going to be able to reach this easily.
See if we can get another update on the Blackburn Lance Ireland score. See what the 2-2 over there. Okay. All tied up.
I was going to say on the break it was 1-1 when these two guys took a break, but the difference in the score is just Dean breaking and running some quick racks. He had 4 breaking runs in a row. That's the most I've heard of this week. Type of shot that just got to pay attention again. I should just come 1 cushion directly at the 8. I think the line's perfect here on the 7. I decided to come 2 cushions, so he was a little flatter on the 7 than I thought. Could have used 1 more inch to make it really comfortable, but he's in a great spot anyways. A lot of skills, but also very confident player.
Dean Macnaughton now up 6-1. He is on the hill. He needs 1 more rack to advance to the championship. See if he can get it done here after the break.
PoolDog.com is the best place to buy billiard supplies. We have a massive selection of pool cues and billiard accessories featuring all of the top brands and styles. Shop now and see for yourself why PoolDog.com is the pool player's best friend.
And welcome back to Las Vegas, continuing coverage of the U.S. Amateur Championship. Dean Macnaughton with a commanding 6-1 lead in this race to 7. 1 rack away from punching his ticket to the championship round. And he has ridden that break.
Yeah, and the one's going to come down.
Look at that.
Yeah, right near the cue ball. Figured it may have been.
Pocketed the 8.
Yeah, hair of a mistake on the break that time, just losing the cue ball a bit, but everything is agreeing at the moment. And I'll tell you, when you play really well, you tend to get a few little fortunate things at times, and could have 5 breaking runs in this match. That would be amazing. Now, not much angle, so he's got to create the angle to get up for the 2, maybe with a little speed. I think it's the draw stroke. Could go forward and take a little longer one on the 2, and that's not a bad option either, especially as good as he's playing, really. Don't feel like a little distance is going to slow him down. What a match. It's not the closest match, but, you know, when you get these ones that are a little sideways with the score line, it's nice to see it wasn't something where one player made a lot of mistakes. It was just something special from the other player. That's what we're seeing here. overdrew this a little bit, but that's okay. Everything's still very open. No reason to worry. If he gets out here, Jason, I tell you, this may be the best race to 7 performance I've seen at the U.S. Amateur since I started doing the commentary.
Wow, that's saying something there.
I mean, not the break, of course, sets up these easy outs sometimes, but still he's had to make some incredible shots.
It's definitely been the Dean Macnaughton show thus far here in the hot seat match.
And it's not over, but boy, the writing's certainly on the wall, it seems like. I kind of like the high ball here, coming 2 rails to the center, just gain a little angle on the 4 is all you need. He's going to cue downward, so maybe coming 1 rail to the center. Oof. Got away with one there a little bit. See the shake of the head. Just don't overthink it. I mean, he can slide over, play the 5 in the side, and everything's okay. Now, you don't want to flirt with the 9. You don't have to get perfect on the 5. You can always shoot the 5 and bump the 6 a little bit if need be. Tried to come all the way up for the corner, and just like the stripe he got thin on in the 8 ball when he broke it, he made 4 stripes that last ball. When you're following the ball on this table with a heavy angle or a heavy shot, let's say, not much of a cut shot, cue ball just doesn't want to move as much as you think. Now he's got to cut the 5 and maybe go 2 rails somewhere near the head string, take some distance on the 6. He killed it with inside. So talk about comfortable. Wow. I mean, you've done a lot more of these than I have. Have you seen a better performance?
Tough to remember one like this.
And he's perfect. Just a little draw stroke into position. And Roger, you just got to play better. That's all. That's a joke, by the way.
Don't tell him that.
No, I think he would take it as a joke as well. What are you
Good
going to do?
news for Roger is he still has an opportunity. He's undefeated thus far, at least until this final 9-ball drops for Dean. But he will have another opportunity. He'll face the winner of the match between James Blackburn and Lance Ireland. But for now, it's the Dean Macnaughton show. Impressive performance there for Dean Macnaughton out of Ontario. He is moving on to the championship match, and boy, if he shoots the way he shot here in the hot seat, he's going to be a tough one to beat.
Oh, well, yeah, that's one good thing for Roger. He's got to figure if he does get back to that final that, Dean can't play that type of match again, or odds are it's not going to be that type of match. But what a match from Dean, and hats off to him.
And we will get a chance to see Roger Hebert in this next match. He will face the winner of the ongoing match between defending champion James Blackburn and Lance Ireland, which is about midway through the match. So we will be back in just a few minutes with continuing coverage of this year's U.S. Amateur Championship.